Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Way 31 Storm Tracker Chief BD Jeff Castle, just doing a little Facebook Live here, talking a bit about the possibility for seeing some severe weather this afternoon. You may have gotten the alert if you're in Marshall, Jackson, DeKalb County for a severe thunderstorm warning issued by the National Weather Service. I do want to just let you know that summertime storms, it's not springtime weather. We don't often say zero tornado threat, but in this sort of setup, it would be that. We're just looking at mainly a potential for some strong wind coming on through with some of the strongest thunderstorms that we do have here moving through the area. So just keep that in mind. We're not looking at a tornado threat. And even the potential for seeing severe weather, I think in general, is going to be fairly limited in scope here across the area. I'm going to attempt to, I don't remember how to do that. So trying something new here in our extra studio that we're using primarily for social media. Do what? Oh, okay. So we're going to take this full screen. There we go. Meteorologist Amber Kulik helping me out this afternoon in here. So what we're looking at right now, this is our live radar out of Guntersville. You do see the large severe thunderstorm warning box that the National Weather Service put out. I do want to emphasize that a lot of you within this box probably got the alert, and you may be looking up in the sky and like, it's totally sunny here. So, I will say I don't quite understand why the severe thunderstorm warning box was drawn so large. And I will say the storms, as they are actually a little bit weaker than they were a short time ago. I'd actually take you back in time here and kind of show you that. They were a little more potent here. This is about, 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. It's starting to flare up right along the Marshall and DeKalb County line, and just here in the last little bit, it kind of fizzled out. You also see what happened here. The initial storms developed, fizzled out, new storms kind of develop in the vicinity of these, and they're just very slowly moving. They're already starting to fade a little bit. I know the severe thunderstorm warning, I think, was issued for an hour. So I do want to emphasize a few things here for you. Number one, this is not going to be a prolonged severe weather threat. These storms, even though this warning was issued for an hour, I would say at this point, threat of severe weather has come and gone with these. Warning probably needs to be canceled. Again, that's not within my wheelbox to make that decision. That's from the National Weather Service. And again, the size of the severe thunderstorm warning box, which is yellow there, drawn quite large. So just be aware, this is something that may continue to occur the next few days. We are going to get some stronger thunderstorms that are going to pop up from time to time. They are potentially going to have a threat of some severe weather, mostly in the form of some damaging wind. But summertime storms typically, the severe weather happens in a short period of time. So even though these warnings are going to be drawn out for large geographic areas, not necessarily going to see a severe weather threat through that entire area. And the severe weather threat's going to be fairly limited in scope as well. And so some of these warnings might be issued for an hour. You're not going to be under the threat of severe weather for an hour. So just kind of, take that with a grain of salt. I still want you to take things seriously when we get these storms popping on up. In addition to the damaging wind threat that these summer storms can sometimes pose, one of the, less emphasized threats, but an important one, is lightning. And actually, when it comes to summertime storms, in terms of potential injury or even death, typically it's going to come from lightning strikes as opposed to anything else that we would normally associate with severe weather, which would be wind, hail, or tornadoes. So definitely want you to take this seriously, but at the same time, I don't want you to be freaked out if you go underneath one of these severe thunderstorm warnings, because again, they're probably going to be drawn a little bit larger than they probably need to be. And they're probably going to be issued for a longer period of time than they need to be. I'm going to put things back up full screen here and just kind of take you around the area and show you that this is pretty much it. That's our live radar out of Guntersville. Let me show you a different view here. Going to take you through basically the entire area and show you what that looks like. So again, that's the only game in town. We do have the strong storms. Again, I doubt there's any severe weather that's occurring with these right now. Across Marshall into parts of Jackson and DeKalb County. Otherwise, the radar is pretty clear So the coverage of storms here through the rest of this afternoon is going to be, I believe, pretty limited in scope. And I'm going to run you through just some of the latest data here as to what we've got going on. First thing, let's take a look here. And you may have heard Amber and Grace earlier today on our newscast talking about the severe weather outlook. So let's kind of show you that and what it entails. This is for the rest of today and through tonight. Parts of northeast Alabama, basically I-65 eastward, level 1 risk on our scale of 1 to 5. It's not unusual. Typically in the summer months around here, we're either level 1 or a level 2 risk, usually not anything higher than that, with just your typical sort of thunderstorm day. So that's for today. As we take you into tomorrow, there's going to be a similar outlook that's going to be in place across the area. Again, it's a level 1 risk on that scale of 1 to 5. So again, some of these isolated showers and thunderstorms are potentially going to pop up and perhaps bring a limited severe weather risk with them. And even on into Friday, we are in the severe weather outlook, I-65 eastward primarily. So that's why I say kind of get used to this is what is going to happen the next few days. We may get a few of these warnings that pop on up. We're not likely to have any sustained or widespread severe weather across the area, but there may be some limited instances where some of the storms could pack just a little bit of a punch out there. Let me pull up our Guntersville camera, kind of show you what we've got going on here. Got that kind of pointed back to where some of that rainfall is. So again, just some rainfall coming in at this point in time with these storms as they are moving on through across that northeast corner of the state. And we'll focus in a little closer here. And these storms, and you know yesterday, if you were in West Huntsville out towards Madison, had some heavier storms pop up. Don't believe any of those ever went under any sort of warnings. But they did dump some very heavy rainfall, so that can be expected. And also the frequent lightning. Again, we're seeing quite a bit of lightning once again right here along the county line going from Marshall into DeKalb County. Right over, it looks like the Poplar Springs area, Five Forks, a little west of Geraldine. That's where we're really starting to see some heavier downpours and some frequent lightning right there along County Road 58 is where the worst of this is right now. And again, that lightning can be, a lot of times with these summertime storms, the most significant threat. And again, you see the severe thunderstorm warning box, the way it's drawn out. As I've showed you, these storms are kind of ebbing and flowing in time here across the area. So that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are going to be some severe thunderstorm warnings that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are going to be some severe thunderstorm warnings that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are going to be some severe thunderstorm warnings that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are going to be some severe thunderstorm warnings that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are today and tomorrow that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are today and tomorrow that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And again, occasionally there are today and tomorrow that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And occasionally there are today and tomorrow that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. And occasionally there are today and tomorrow that are going to be issued. So again, just expect that that's kind of the overall setup that we're going to be looking at. So Got some new development, it looks like, happening around Fife at this hour. That's producing a little bit more frequent lightning. Stuff in Marshall County near Boaz is starting to fade a little bit. West Geraldine still holding on to some heavier rainfall here as well. And again, it looks like maybe they canceled the severe thunderstorm warning, which I think was a good call to do that. In most cases, these storms, when they pop up, if they're going to produce severe weather, that's going to happen within about a 30 to 45 minute time frame. So that's kind of really what we are looking at out there. With that said, I'll take a quick look here, at least at my Facebook page. If we got any comments? I really don't. You know, this is kind of limited activity out there. So we're going to keep an eye on it for you. Again, it looks like they canceled the severe thunderstorm warning. Again, I think that was a good call for that to happen. But it's possible, again, some of these storms, as they continue to pop on up, will potentially bring with them that threat for some isolated wind, heavy rainfall, and frequent lightning. Obviously, we will have a full update in your forecast coming up on Way 31 News today at 4 o'clock. If you want to keep up with the rain and storms, you can do that with 31 Triple Doppler on the Way 31 Storm Tracker weather app. But again, just wanted to hop on here since we did get that one warning to pop up, just to give you an update on kind of what we are looking at storm-wise here this afternoon. Again, kind of limited. A lot of us will stay dry into the evening hours. Does look like tomorrow will probably be a little bit more active in terms of showers and thunderstorms, and again, maybe an isolated stronger thunderstorm or two out there as well. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Again, just keep an eye on things. We'll be doing the same. Nothing incredibly concerning to worry about, but we'll keep an eye on it for you, and obviously give you any updates